So I finally cleared off one shelf that was in my garage when I moved into this house. So now it's time to tear it down and start phase one. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Wood Doofus. So phase one of my garage I've decided is going to have to do with setting up where this radial arm saw will go. And I've decided that it's going to go on this wall. So this shelf is going to come out, and I want everything in my shop to be mobile or be on wheels basically. And this is a very non-mobile tool. So I need to set this up so that it's movable and on wheels, and I got something that I hope will help with that. So this is the Bora Universal Mobile Base Kit, and I got this on Amazon for about $50. I am in no way sponsored by anything ever. But I'm going to try this out, and the English side was covered with a sticker, but this is basically it. It has 4 corners that I should be able to custom fit a piece of plywood inside, and then it has the levers that keep it flat on the ground, or when you kick the levers up it should be able to roll. So I'm going to try this out. Alright, so let's see what I got here. Styrofoam pedals. Looks like a lot of pieces. Twisty wheels and the fixed wheels. A bunch of hardware. Okay. The corner brackets. These are different corner brackets. I don't know what this is for. Oh, yeah, I got 4 of these. So those are the clampy downies. Okay, so these are all the parts. Not as bad as it looked when I first opened it. So 4 brackets, 4 wheels, pedals, something else, and hardware. Looking at the instructions for tools, it looks like all I'm going to need is a socket set and a screwdriver. And I'm going to use my driver instead of a manual screwdriver, see if that works for me. So I have this piece of 1/2-inch plywood that was used, it was used for a fireplace cover at the last house, and I looked at it, I measured it to the footprint of the radial arm saw, and it appears to be a perfect fit without any cutting. So I'm just gonna go with it, see what happens. I need to mark, it's really stupid. So I need to mark the holes that are gonna be drilled. I need to make sure it's nice and square though. All right, everything's pretty square. So I'm going to commence marking. It says to use a 1/2-inch drill bit, which I have here, but I do not want to get off centered. So with the metal plate on here, I'm gonna mark the center point to make sure I get a good divot as a starting point on each one of these things. So now I'm going to use my drill, which was not listed among the tools that I mentioned at the beginning, but most people have a drill. So let's see if these divots will work for me. Alright, so the bottom holes are actually tapped here to accept these screws, and interesting enough, they gave me 2 different size screws depending on the thickness of the material. Since I have a 1/2-inch, I'm just going to use the shorter screw. All right, now let's go see if we can get underneath that radial arm saw. All right, I'd call that pretty good, but not quite right. Let me show you. So eyeballing the size of this sheet wasn't a good idea. I should have measured some more exact dimensions, because these corner of the feet really should be fairly snug in the corner of the brackets, kind of like this side is, but all 4 sides should be snug to stop this slippage that I'm noticing. So I could put some spacers in there maybe, or I can cut it to size. I'll figure that out either way. All right, so that was the Bora Universal Mobile Base Kit, which seems to be pretty good. If I had cut the plywood to the right size, maybe I would have had better results. So if you use it, just cut your plywood right and don't be an idiot like me. So my intention for this wall is to have 2 tables and outfeeds, infeed tables basically on both sides of this radial arm saw. So be sure to stay tuned to my channel to check out the new stuff that I'll build along this wall, as well as new stuff all over this garage. We just passed 500 subscribers the other day, and that's really awesome. I just keep going with it. I didn't know what was going to happen when I started this channel, but it's working out for me, so I'm going to keep going. Please stick around and check out the new stuff as I build it. And as always, don't be afraid to be a doofus. Hey everybody, coming at you with a little extra doofus. So I spent the time cutting this to the custom size of the footprint of the radial arm saw, and I realized, as you might be able to see, that it's super crooked right here. So I guess over the lifetime of this unit, the legs got a little off square. One of them, this one especially, seems to have bent out a little bit, which also makes it so it's not level. No matter how much I adjust all 8 leveling feet or 6 leveling feet that are available now, I can't get it level. And then the other issue is trying to get it square with the wall. So I was able to do that through adjusting. But yeah, a lot of fun. So I think ultimately I'm gonna leave it like this for a while, but I'm gonna have to redo, just take these legs off altogether right here at the base, right there. And then I'm gonna have to redo a new base that's on wheels and just start from scratch, because these things are just bent out of shape, which is fine for the age of this tool. See you next time.